Hello grade 3 learners, how are you doing? I guess you've been enjoying yourself in this long-term holiday. Alright, you're welcome once again to our class on mathematics, and today we're going to continue from where we stopped last time. Remember, we are still on area. Our topic for last week was on area, where we learned the definition of area, or the area of a shape, and also we carried out calculations on the area of a rectangle, and then we looked at two methods of calculating the area of a rectangle: the formula method and counting the squares method. Alright, if I may ask you, what's the formula for calculating the area of a rectangle? I guess you're saying length times, right? I guess you are saying length times breadth, where L stands for length and B stands for what? Breadth. Alright, today we'll be looking at the area of a square. First of all, what is a square? For your level, I believe identifying a square or drawing a square is not a problem for you. First of all, we're going to look at the properties of a square, because they're going to be needed in our calculation. Alright, so a square is a four-sided two-dimensional shape. That means it has four sides: this one, this other one, this other. Alright, we said a square is a four-sided two-dimensional shape. And one thing I want you to note about a square is that all the sides are equal. All the sides are what? Equal in length. This side is equal in length with this, and with this. So if one side, let's say, has been given to be 5 centimeters, that means the other sides will be what? 5 centimeters each. So let's call one of the sides length. Alright, if this side is called the length, that means this other side is what? Length. And this other one is what? Length. And this other one is what? Length. Alright, this other side also is called length. This other side also is called length. Remember, I said earlier that they are all equal in length. The L here stands for length. Alright, since we will need just two of the lengths in our calculation, we are going to make use of this other side and this other one. Alright, so the next thing we are going to do is to look at the formula for calculating the area of a square. So we say area of a square. Please take note of this and learn to differentiate between the formula for calculating the area of a rectangle and the area of a square. Very important. Alright, so now the formula for calculating the area of a square is equals to what? Length times length is what? Length times length. As length times length. Alright, you can further reduce this to L times L. Alright, where else the first L stands for length and the second one stands for what? Length also. Alright, you know that L times L is equals to L squared. Alright, so next, alright, before we proceed to the examples of today, I want you to study this, and you have to study it, you have to know it, so that you'll be able to differentiate between the area of a square and the area of a rectangle. Alright, the formula for calculating the area of a square is length times breadth. You can repeat after me. The formula for calculating the area of a square is what? Length times length. Length times length, while the formula for calculating the area of the rectangle is length times breadth. The formula for calculating the area of a square is length times length. Alright? So okay, we are going to proceed to looking at some examples on the area of a square. Alright? Alright, we are going to look at example 1 here. And the question here is, find the area of the shape below. Find the area of the shape. Here's the shape. First of all, you ask yourself, what shape is this? Remember, we are on area of a square. This is a square. Alright? So we are going to find the area of this shape that has been given to be, whose length has been given to be 4 meters. Alright, so since one side has been given to be 4 meters, this other side is also 4 meters. Alright, so this is how we are going to do it. First of all, I'm going to use the formula method for the method 1, and then next we will proceed to method 2, starting with the formula method. The question I will ask you is, what is the formula for calculating the area of a square? What is the formula for calculating the area of a square? Just like we've discussed earlier, we said the formula for calculating the area of a square is what? Alright, remember I said the formula for calculating the area of a square is what? Length times length. So we are going to be using it in our formula method, the method 1. That is area of a square is what? Length times length. Alright? Length times length. Where the first length, or the first L here stands for length, and this other L stands for what? Length. The first L is for the first side, and the second L is for the second side. Alright? So now we have here L times L. The first L, or the first length, is what? 4 meters. Times the second L is also 4 meters. Alright? So now we have 4 meters times 4 meters. So we're going to collect the bring numbers together and take the alphabets together. So we have here 4 times 4, alright? Times m, that's the first m, times m, alright? So now we have 4 times 4. Let's start with that. 4 times 4. So it's 4 groups of 4. 4 into 4 places put together. So we have 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. Adding let's use strokes to make it easier. That will be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And adding them, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Alright, please ensure that this is done in your rough work. So 4 times 4 is what? 16. Right, we say 4 times 4 is what? 16. Alright. Alright, next is m times m. M times m is what? M squared. Alright? Yes, any alphabet or letter multiplied by itself, you raise the letter to power 2. Alright, so we have here 16 meters squared as our answer. So therefore, alright, before we write this, let's take the method 2, which is called counting the squares method. We used it in our last class. We're going to use it again. I hope you remember what we did in that method. Alright, so now we're going to look at method 2, which is what? Counting the squares method. Method 2. Alright. Alright, in the second method called the counting of the squares method, first of all, you are going to look at the side. What has been given to be the length of the shape, just like we did in our last class. This other side has been given to be 4 meters. That means you are dividing from up to down, you are dividing the shape into 4 equal parts, alright, for this side. So we are going to divide this shape into 4 from up to down. We draw vertical lines, dividing the shape into 4 equal parts. Alright, remember this side has been given to be 4 meters, alright? So that's why we've divided this square from the line up to the line down. We've divided the shape into 4 equal parts. We have here 1, 2, 3, 4, because the length has been given to be 4 meters, alright? So this other side also has been given to be what? 4 meters. So what are we going to do? I guess you are saying we're going to divide this other side from this line. We're going to divide it into. Alright, so now we are going to divide either from the left to the right, from this other line to this other line. We're going to divide that side into 4 equal parts also. Why? Because the side has been given to be 4 meters. Alright, so alright, just like I told you, we've divided, or I've divided this other side called this other length. We've divided it into 4 equal parts. You can see we have here 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, using horizontal lines. Okay, so now the next thing we are going to do is to count the little squares in the shape. Alright, so let's count. We have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So now, you agree with me now that the answer, right? Next, sorry, before we go into the answer, we are going to count once again. We have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So next we have area of the square is equals to what? How many squares or little squares are found in this big square? There are 16 squares. So we have the area of the shape is what? 16 square units. 16 square units, or 16 m square. All right. So for the second method, just from what we have done so far, we've come to the point where we've gotten our answer to be 16 meters square. That's the area of the square given up here is what? 16 meters square. You take a close look at the two methods and the answers we arrived at. Will tell you that the two methods could be used whenever you're given a problem to solve, such as this. All right, or you are looking for the area of a square. All right. Okay, next we are going to proceed to example. Right. For example 2, we have here, calculate the area of a square whose length is 9 centimeters. All right, this is a word problem under area of a square. All right, so first thing we are going to do, just like in our last class, I told you whenever you come across a word problem, all you need to do is read the problem or read the question over and over again till you get the understanding of the question. Haven't gotten the understanding, you now interpret it down, you put it down. All right, you interpret it. All right, now from the question you agree with me that what you are asked to find is what? The area of a square. The area of a square whose length has been given to be what? 9 centimeters. So now we have gotten the understanding of the question, what we are asked to find or calculate in the question, and the givens needed for these calculations. Alright, next thing we are going to interpret it down by drawing the shape of a square. Alright, well, you can see here I've drawn a square. Alright, the square in the question is what I'm trying to get. The size of the square is what I'm trying to get. Alright, I've drawn the square here, representing the square in the question that was given. Alright, the next thing is what is the length, or what are the lengths of the square. The length has been given to be 9 centimeters. So we have here length to be 9 centimeters. Alright, with your knowledge of the properties of a square, you see that a square has 4 sides, isn't it? And all the sides are equal in length. So we've been given 9 centimeters for one of the lengths. That means to get the next length for our calculation, using the understanding of the properties of a square, that all the sides are equal, we now know that since this side has been given to be 9 centimeters, this other one will be what? 9 centimeters. Alright? So this other side is also 9 centimeters. Since it has not been given in the question, but you use your own understanding and knowledge to get this other side. That is mathematics for you. You need to think, you need to reason. Alright? So now, we have gotten the 2 sides needed for our calculation of the area of the area of the square asked in the question. Alright? So now, the next thing, we are going to use formula method to find the area of this shape. Alright? So now we have area of a square. The formula for calculating the area of a square is what? Length times length. Alright? Length times length, which you can further reduce to L times L, but we're going to stop there. So now, next thing we are going to substitute. Where you have the first length, you substitute for the number you find there, alright? Or the length of that side. So now, the length has been given this other side to be what? 9 centimeters. Times the second length has been given to be what? 9 centimeters. So now, you bring the numbers together. Here we have here 9 times 9 times cm times cm. Alright, 9 times 9, you have 9 groups of 9. If you have to use your multiplication table, because if I use the other method I like using for your understanding, it's going to take our time and the space here will not be enough. So now, using our multiplication table, you agree with me that 9 times 9 is what? I guess you are saying 81. Alright? And then cm times cm. Cm square. Alright? So, therefore, the area of the shape or the square is what? 81 centimeters square. Alright, I'm going to summarize the answer here. Alright, therefore, the area of the square is 81 centimeters square. That is the area of the square given in the question is what? 81 centimeters square. Alright, having come this far, we are going to call it a day with these few assignments on the board. Number 1, what is the formula for calculating the area of a square? What's the formula for calculating the area of a square? And then number 2, using the formula method, calculate the area of this the shape below. Here's the shape. What shape is this? Calculate the area of that shape using the formula method. And then question 3, we have here using counting the squares method, find the area of a square whose length is 5 centimeters. All right. With this, we come to the end of our class for today. But before I leave, please ensure that you stay safe and obedient to your parents. Thank you very much. Goodbye for now.